Hey folks, welcome to another day, another unboxing. I've got the Nothing Phone 3A series here. The 3A on top and the 3A Pro on the bottom. So I wanted to unbox these for you, so let's check it out. Let's start with the Pro. Here we are. As you can see here is a bunch of specs and barcodes and stuff. This is glued to something on both phones. So let's pull out this tab here and get started. Here we go. Woohoo! Too late now. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so we get the box. Ooh, nice. Welcome to nothing. And then in the back, there's nothing. So you have the phone. And then here we have a divider. Nothing too crazy. And it comes with a USB-C to C cable. Nothing branded. Beautiful. Look at that. That is nice. Okay. And then here we have a little manual instructions. Let's see. Safety. Oh, that's safety and warranty. So there's really nothing in here. Okay. And then under here we have a beautiful SIM ejection tool from Nothing. Look at that thing. Beautiful. Okay. So that's basically what you get in this box. No charger, which, well, is kind of expected, I suppose, but a little bit of a bummer. So anyway, here we go. All right. Let's see if we can get this out. Lots of adhesive on here. Ah. Ta-da. Boom. Ooh, that is sexy. Oh yeah. Look at the camera bump. It's a serious camera bump. All right, so we've got one phone here. Let's open the next one. Okay, so same deal here. We got some iMaze up here, and again, the part that was kind of taped into another box. I don't know why they taped it, but here you go. So, whoop, and we have the same setup. As you can see, a little red accent. This is, I believe, a white one. Also 12-256, which is great. And here we go. Boom. And it's got that same beautiful, kind of off-white box. And welcome to nothing. Same deal, by the way. Here's what that says. And let's pull out the phone and see what else is in the box. So this one also has a divider and also has a USB-C cable. Nice. This Nothing stuff is really good. Check it out. Nothing. Okay, and then, warranty and all that right here. Same stuff. Interesting that they don't have any instructions, just the safety and warranty guide. And under here is the SIM removal tool. Same thing again. Beautiful. Okay, so that's our unboxing. Now, let's look at this phone. This one's a lot easier to open, and ta-da! Looks a lot more like the old one. You can see the kind of like raised bump. Much more of a bump than last year though. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Different colors. Does this have the same thing too? Oh yeah, one is kind of like matte and the other one is shiny. Very cool. All right, let me walk you through these two phones. So before we start, I'm just going to put them down so you can see them side by side, because there's a lot of things these phones have in common, okay? The display is exactly the same. It's a 6.7 inch. It is AMOLED, of course. It is beautiful. It has Panda Glass protection, 1080p, 120 hertz, all the trimmings. 10-bit, it goes up to 3000 nits peak, 1300 nits outdoor, and it does have 2160 hertz PWM dimming, which is great for people who are sensitive to the flicker. IP64 for both phones. Both have a Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. Both have a 5000 milliamp hour battery and 50 watt charging, and an in-display fingerprint sensor. Both have stereo speakers, NFC, all that good stuff. Where it varies is in the specs for the cameras. So let's go through these real quick. Let me fire them up one by one and have a look at these displays and at the specs. So here they are coming to life. Nothing. Powered by Android. We'll see them boot. Have an idea what it looks like. And there you are. Hello. Nothing much to say here. Okay. Just go back. So there's very little bezel on these. It's hard to tell here, but honestly, pretty great. So yeah, Snapdragon 7S Gen 3, 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. There's other options too. Some models have 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. Some have 8 gigs and 128. But in North America, in the US, we're getting 12, 256. And in terms of pricing, the Pro, this one here is $459 US, and the regular 3A is $379 US. $459 for this, $379 for that. Not bad at all. So let me walk you through the edges. On the right hand side, you have power lock key, this programmable button here. I believe it can be used as a camera button and as some sort of AI button. On the bottom you have speaker, USB Type-C, microphone, SIM tray, dual nano SIM. And then here on the left hand side you get the volume rocker. On top you have another microphone. Now what's interesting is this is plastic. The edge here is plastic, but contrary to last year's 2A, the back on both of these is glass, so that's a big improvement. Let me actually show you the other phone. Same deal, right? So you get the power lock key and that programmable button on the right hand side. At the bottom you get the speaker, USB-C, primary microphone, dual nano SIM slot, and on the left hand side you get the volume rocker. I love how it's got like that panda black and white thing going on. Of course, the secondary mic on top. Yeah, very, very similar, but again, glass in the back here, which I think is an improvement over last year's. These come with a screen protector pre-installed, which I haven't removed yet, obviously. So in case you're wondering and you see a screen protector in the video, yes, I'm aware that it exists. So cameras, let's talk about those because that's really the only big differentiator here. These phones are otherwise identical. So on the 3A, as you can see, 3 cameras here. The main sensor is a 50 megapixel Samsung. It's f/1.88 f-stop. Has phase detect, autofocus, and OIS, of course. Then there is an ultra wide. It's an 8 megapixel Sony f/2.2, so that's a little downgraded. And then you have a 50 megapixel telephoto, also Samsung f/2.0. Doesn't have OIS, has autofocus, 2x optical, so that's a bit of a bummer, but you know, that's how you save some money. 4K video at 30 frames per second. There you go. Now, the star of the show with this massive, wow, it's kind of amazing. And I think it's metal around here too, which is nice. Massive camera pod is the 3A Pro. And this one has slightly different cameras. So the same 50 megapixel main sensor, f/1.88, OIS and phase detect autofocus. It's a 1/1.56 inch sensor. Then you have the same ultra-wide 8 megapixel Sony f/2.2, 120 degree field of view. And then the periscope is where it's at on this. This is actually a telephoto periscope 3x. It's f/2.55. It's a 50 megapixel Sony sensor, OIS, autofocus, 6x in sensor zoom. And by the way, this also has 2x in sensor zoom on the main lens. So you can do 1x, 2x, then 3x, and 6x. Very much similar to like some flagships that we've seen, right? Like the OnePlus 13. So that's pretty damn great. Now, there is a difference with the front camera on this. This is a 50 megapixel front camera versus 32 on the 3A. So 50 versus 32. Interesting. And that's basically the difference between the two in terms of their camera systems. But as you can see, both are pretty damn hot phones. A lot of the stuff under here, under the camera pod, is the same on both. Of course, one is gray, one is white. There are different colors available. There's an incredibly good looking blue for the 3A. So yeah, that's a basic quick look at the Nothing Phone 3A and Nothing Phone 3A Pro. Very excited to take these phones through their paces, especially the Pro because of the camera system. So let me know in the comments, which of these two phones would you pick? Would you pick the 3A or the 3A Pro? I'd be really curious to find out. My bet is on the 3A Pro, and again, $459 and $379. These are really, really good prices. Yeah. All right, folks, stay tuned for more videos. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, click the bell below. And if you want to support me, remember there's my Patreon, patreon.com/tankgirl. That's patreon.com/TNKGRL. TNKGRL, Tankgirl is my social media handle pretty much everywhere. So see you in the next video, folks. Cheers, everybody.